Most families don't lose wealth because of bad intentions. They lose it because they confuse silence with protection. They believe that not talking about money will keep peace, that delaying conversations will avoid conflict. But silence doesn't protect families. It weakens them. The families that preserve wealth across generations don't rely on hope. They rely on quiet protocols. One of the biggest mistakes families make is transferring wealth all at once. Sudden access creates sudden pressure. Pressure reveals unprepared decision-making, unresolved resentment, competing values, and emotional immaturity. Money accelerates what already exists. If alignment isn't built before inheritance, wealth becomes a catalyst for conflict. This is why families fracture before the money runs out. Not because anyone is greedy, but because no one was trained for stewardship. Quiet families don't transfer wealth suddenly. They transfer it gradually, not just assets, but responsibility. They introduce limited access before full control, increasing responsibility over time. Oversight that fades as maturity grows. This allows mistakes to happen while guidance still exists. Gradual transfer turns inheritance into education, and education protects relationships. Here's a principle most people misunderstand. Access is not the same as ownership. Quiet families separate the two. They allow heirs to benefit from wealth without immediately controlling it. Why? Because control without context is dangerous. Access teaches appreciation. Ownership demands wisdom. By delaying ownership, families reduce entitlement and preserve long-term alignment. Most families wait until a crisis to discuss wealth. That's too late. Quiet families establish governance before grief. They define who decides what, how disagreements are resolved, and what happens when mistakes occur. This removes emotion from moments of loss. Structure becomes the stabilizer. Governance protects love. Here's the most important protocol of all. Quiet families don't start with numbers. They start with values. They ask, what is this wealth meant to protect? What behaviors does it reward? What legacy do we want to reinforce? Money without values becomes chaotic. Values without money can rebuild. That's why values come first. Quiet protocols aren't about restriction. They're about preservation. They protect relationships, meaning stability and continuity. Wealth doesn't destroy families. Poor architecture does. The families that last don't rush. They design quietly. In the next episode, we'll explore the vault of values, because legacy isn't about what you leave behind. It's about what continues long after you're gone.